Yes, we live now. Welcome to Let's Learn Bio by NCA. This is Nirupadesh Amdayal. Today we are going to discuss sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Within that, the first, a flower, a fascinating organ of angiosperms. Among the terms listed below, those that are not technically correct names for floral whorls are in a typical flower consisting four whorls: outer calyx, next corolla, next androecium, and innermost gynosium. The innermost gynosium from outer side to inner side sequentially: calyx, corolla, androecium, gynosium. From innermost to outer, gynosium, androecium, corolla, and calyx. Here, the technical correct names, that is androecium and the corolla. Carpel and sepals, these are the members of whorls. Carpels are the members of gynosium, sepals are members of calyx. These are not the technical terms. So, third option is correct. In a typical complete bisexual hypogynous flower, the arrangement of floral whorls on the thalamus from outermost to the innermost, that is as told, just calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynosium. Flowers are the objects of aesthetic value, ornamental value, religious, cultural, social. So all of the above A, B, C, D are the correct. Where does sexual reproduction takes place in flowering plants? Sexual reproduction, flower is the main organ meant for sexual reproduction. So the flowers, stem, root, leaves, these are the vegetative parts. Next, floriculture is the study of. Floriculture is the growing and marketing of flowers and foliage plants is called floriculture. Growing silkworm for production of silk called sericulture. Growing honeybees for production of honey called apiculture. Product of sexual reproduction in angiosperms is, the final product of sexual reproduction is the seed. Seed formation is the final main product objective of sexual reproduction. The floral world that consists of female reproductive organs called female reproductive organ consisting gynosium, androecium, male reproductive organs, calyx, corolla. These are the accessory organs. Next, first dash and a dash constitute accessory floral whorls, that is a calyx and a corolla, whereas the dash and a dash constitute a reproductive whorls, androecium and gynosium. Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynosium. This is correct. Next, flowers are absent in cryptogams. Cryptogam members like ferns, gymnosperms, and even mosses. Here you will find the flowers are absent, present in both monocot, dicot, especially in angiosperms. Yes. Next, pre-fertilization structure and events. Read the following statements and choose the correct option. The number and length of stamens are variable in flowers of different species, not the same species. The outer three wall layers of microsporangium perform function of protection and nourishment of developing pollen grains. This is not a nourishment. protection, and they help in adhesion of anther, not nourishment. Much before actual flower is seen on a plant, the decision that the plant is going to flower has taken place. This is correct. Each cell of sporogenous tissue is capable of giving rise to microspore tetrad. Each cell of sporogenous tissue is capable of giving rise to potential microspore mother cell, not a microspore tetrad. So third option is correct. A typical anther is bilobed and tetrasporangiate. It is characterized with all these features except surrounded by four wall layers. Microsporangia, it is surrounded by four wall layers: epidermis, endothelium, middle layer, and tapetum. Two microsporangia in each lobe. Yes, each lobe. Anther is a bilobed, each lobe consisting two microsporangia, hence it is tetragonal in appearance. Sporogenous tissues at the center of each microsporangia. Sporogenous tissue present at the center of each microsporangia, correct. Pollen sac in each lobe. One pollen sac in each lobe. Each lobe consisting two pollen sacs, not one. A role of tapetum in pollen development is all except. It provides nutrition to the developing pollen grains, correct? Secrete sporopollenin, pollen kit, compatibility proteins, yes. Contributes Calase enzyme for separation of pollens from microspore tetrad, yes. Help in release of pollen grains. This is not a function of tapetum. It is a function of outer three layers. Especially dehiscence play a significant role in release of pollen grains. Dehiscence. Select incorrectly matched pair. Endothelium, presence of alpha cellulose fibrous band. This is correct. Middle layers contain dense cytoplasm and more than one nucleus. Middle layers usually single nucleus. This is a characteristic of tapetum, not middle layers. Tapetum provide nourishment to the developing microspore. Sporogenous tissue undergo meiosis to form microspore tetrades. First, third, fourth correct, second is incorrect. Which of the following is a mismatched pair? Storage of pollen grain in liquid nitrogen at 1 minus 96, correct. Pollen allergy, carrot grass, parthenium, yes. Pollen kit, insect attractant, yes, correct. Intine of pollen grain, sporopollenin. Sporopollenin is present in exine of pollen grain, not in intine. Intine is made up of cellulose and pectin. So fifth one is correct. In a majority of angiosperms, pollen grains shed at two-celled stage, one having a generative and another vegetative cell. Remaining 40%, 60% of angiosperm shed at a two-celled stage. Remaining 40% shed at three-celled stage. All are features related to tapetal cells except tapetal cells having a dense cytoplasm, multinucleated, polyploid. They have little or no DNA. The cells having a polyploid means more DNA. Again, they have a large number of more amount of DNA. This is an exception case. Viability of pollen grains is maintained for months in all except Solanaceae, Leguminaceae, Rosaceae. They maintain viability up to the month. Poaceae, that is only for 30 minutes. Select incorrect statement with respect to polygonum type of embryo sac. It is a 7-celled 8-nucleated structure. Correct statement. It shows monosporic development. Yes, because it developed from single microspore. Arrangement of nuclei 3 plus 2 plus 3. Yes, correct. 3 antipodals, 2 polar nuclei, 3 egg apparatus. It poses egg apparatus at a Chalazai end. Egg apparatus present towards micropyle, not chalaja. This is incorrect. Match the column 1 and 2. Hilum represents junction between ovule and funicle. Micropyle, small opening present at the tip of ovule. Embryo sac, female gametophyte, nucellus, parenchymatous tissue. So, the third option. Read the following statements and choose a correct option. Located in the nucellus is embryo sac or female gametophyte. Yes, correct. Cells of nucellus have abundant reserve food material. Yes. Integument encircle nucellus except at the tip, where small opening called hilum. No, small opening called micropyle, not hilum. The number of ovules in an ovary may be 1 or 2. Number of ovules in ovary 1 or many. The correct statement first and second. Third and fourth are incorrect. So third option. Which of the following is not a structural part of a pistil? Each pistil has a stigma, style and ovary sequentially. Connectivity is a part of a microsporangium. The mature female gametophyte is generally 7-celled 8-nucleated structure. Filiform apparatus. Filiform apparatus are finger-like projections that direct pollen tube growth inside the embryo sac. And are special cellular thickening present at micropylar tip of synergids. So all of the above is correct. How many megaspore mother cells are required to produce 100 egg cells during meiosis? For the formation of 100 egg cells requires 100 meiosis because each meiosis produces a single functional egg cell. Egg apparatus of embryo sac consists of egg apparatus consisting one egg cell and two synergids present towards a micropyle end. The term pollination signifies pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma is a pollination. Mark the odd one out with respect to the advantages of cross-pollination. Cross-pollination increases resistance to disease, yes, correct. It introduces genetic variation, yes, correct. It enhances adaptability of offspring to change in environment, yes, correct. It maintains pure lines. Cross-pollination never maintain pure lines. Self-pollination helps to maintain pure lines. So this is an odd one. Even in absence of pollinating agents, seed setting is assured. A Clistogamous flowers, they assured seed set formation even in absence of pollinating agent, that is a Commelina viola oxalis. These are exhibiting a cross pollination, papaya, cucumber and salvia. Next, identify the statements that are true for anemophilous flowers. Anemophilous means pollination by wind. Pollen grains are light, non-sticky, not sticky. They possess a large feathery stigma. Yes, this is correct. They are not very colorful, do not produce nectar. Yes, of course. They have many ovules in each ovary. This is again wrong. Each ovary consisting single ovule. So here the true statement B and C. That is a third option. Contrivances for self-pollination or autogamy is self-pollination favored by homogamy, bisexuality, clistogamy. So all these three adaptation help for self-pollination. Go through the following points: dicliny, dichogamy, self-incompatibility, heterostyly. The above contrivances prevent. These all contrivances they prevent autogamy or self-pollination. They promote xenogamy or cross-pollination. Long styly, a long silky hair coming out of the cob of maize are referred as long style and stigma. They help to trap windborne pollens. Eka is pollinated by a Pranuba moth. This is the best example for mutualism. One cannot survive without another. Colpa wasp, it exhibits pseudocopulation. Bees are the most predominant pollinating agent among animals. Lemur, it is a large animal, also act as a pollinating agent. Primate. Which of the following statement is correct about pollen pistil interaction? It is the static process involving pollen recognition followed by promotion or inhibition of pollen. This is not a static. It is a static process. Again, this is not a static process. It is a dynamic process involving pollen recognition followed by inhibition of pollen. Not only it inhibits, of course, it is a dynamic process. It is a dynamic process involving pollen recognition followed by promotion or inhibition of pollen. This is a right option. The part of gynosium that determines the compatible nature of pollen is, that is a stigma. Next, emasculation in artificial hybridization is done by the removal of. During emasculation, anthers were removed from a bisexual flower of a female parent by using a pair of forceps, method called emasculation. Pollen pistil interaction includes all the events from pollen deposition on stigma until the pollen tube enter the ovule. Pollen pistil interaction begins from deposition of pollen on stigma until it enter into ovule. Yes, double fertilization. Match the following columns. Choose a correct option. Zygote, it develop into embryo. Primary endosperm cell, endosperm. Triple fusion involves fusion of 3 haploid nuclei. Syngamy involves fusion of 2 haploid nuclei. So, first option. Angiosperms differ from other plants of plant kingdom in having angiosperm characterized by double fertilization. It involves syngamy and triple fusion. So, second and third, that is fourth option is correct. Read the following statements and select correct option. Angiosperms statement A. Angiosperm exhibit double fertilization because 2 fusion events occur in same embryo sac. Correct. Statement B. 3 gametes are involved in a process of triple fusion. This is wrong. 3 nuclei are involved, not gametes. So, first option is correct. In an embryo sac, the cells that degenerate after fertilization are synergids and antipodals. Egg cell develop into embryo. Central cell develop into endosperm cell. Endosperm. Ploidy of endosperm will be dash if male and female represents as a tetraploid, hexaploid respectively. The male is a tetraploid, female is hexaploid, 4n and 6n. They produce haploid gametes, that is a 2n type and a 3n 3n type. If the fusion of male and female gamete leads to formation of zygote, that is with the 5n number. Triple fusion, endosperm is a product of triple fusion. It requires 2 female gametes and 1 male gamete. So, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8. 8x is a correct answer. Again, match the columns. Primary endosperm nucleus 3n, zygote 2n, pollen grains again 2n, pollen grains n, megaspore mother cell is 2n. Option first one. How many nuclei are involved in syngamy? Syngamy involves only 2 male and female gamete nuclei. 3 nuclei in triple fusion, 5 in double fertilization. Next, match the columns. End product of sexual reproduction, seed and fruit formation. Occupies the center of each microsporangium, that is a sporogenous tissue. Mass of cells enclosed within integuments is a nucellus. Guides the entry of a pollen tube, that is a filiform apparatus. This is for this third option is correct. Statement on synergids of embryo sac help in fertilization in angiosperms. Filiform apparatus, second statement. Filiform apparatus of synergids present at micropyle and guide the entry of pollen tube. First and second, both are correct statement. Next question. Double fertilization was first discovered in 1898 in Lilium and Fritillaria by scientist Navaschin. Identify the following statements true and false. True or false. Select correct option. Pistil has ability to recognize pollen with respect to its compatibility. True. Next, pollen tube discharge its male gametes on degenerating synergids. That is a yes, this is a false. Emasculation is required when female parent produces a sexual flower. Emasculation is required when female plant is a bisexual, not even a sexual. Again, it is a false. Bagging prevents contamination of stigma with unwanted pollens. That is a true. Hence here the first option. First true, second statement false, next false, and last one is D. True. Yes. Next, post-fertilization, structure and events. The formation of embryo from zygote includes all except formation of embryo from zygote. It requires a cellular differentiation, mitosis, equational division. Meiosis it occurs during a gametogenesis, not during a embryo formation. First option. Endosperm development in angiosperms. Endosperm formation, it always precedes embryo development. It is mostly of a free nuclear type. Both statements are correct. Fourth one, 1 and 2. Read the following statements and choose incorrect option. Dehydration and dormancy of mature seeds are crucial for storage of seeds. Yes, correct. Seeds can be used as a food throughout the year and to raise crops in the next season. Correct. The seeds remain alive only for months after they are dispersed. This is not possible. Seeds are remain alive for several years, several months, several years also. The early stages of embryo development is called embryogeny, similar in both monocot and dicots. Correct. This is an incorrect statement. A dicot embryo consists of embryonal axis and two cotyledons. If a monocot embryo bears only the single cotyledon, embryonal axis and single cotyledon represents a scutellum. Here, dicot embryo consisting embryonal axis and two cotyledons. Second option correct. Which of the following is not the adaptive strategy for seed? Seed cannot be stored for longer duration. Seeds can be stored. This is wrong. They ensure a continuity of race from generation to generation. Yes, this is correct. Have sufficient food reserve for young seedlings. Yes, correct. Being a product of sexual reproduction, they generate new genetic variation. Correct. Incorrect first one. This is right. Dormancy of seed is, it is a state of inactivity called dormancy. Fruit of strawberry and apple resembles. Both are false fruit. False fruits resembles, contributes thalamus in fruit formation. In both the type of fruits, thalamus is contribute in fruit formation, hence they are called false fruit. True fruit means fruits develop directly from ovary after fertilization. Parthenocarpic fruit formation without fertilization, parthenocarpic banana example, natural. Tiny seeds are found in the next question. Orbanke, Staiga, Orchids, Ficus. All these exude tiny seeds. Milky water of green coconut, it represents liquid endosperm. Cellular white kernel tissue represents cellular endosperm. Next question. The oldest viable seeds are of dash that germinated and flower after estimated record of dash. The oldest seed, viable seed, Lupinus arcticus, it is as about 10,000 years of their dormancy. Second one. Phoenix dactylifera, it has a 2000 years of viability. Fill in the blank. Correct option. Dash is the most common type of endosperm. free nuclear type of endosperm is most common type. The epicotyle in embryonal axis, it epicotyle terminate with plumule. In grass family, remains of second cotyledons called that is a epiblast. This third option is correct. The crucial features that help in storage of seeds that can be used as a food throughout the year and to raise crops in the next season are crucial features dehydration and dormancy. They are very use, useful in storage of seeds, can be used as a food throughout the year to raise crops in the next season. Fourth option. Next question. Read the following statements with respect to parthenocarpic fruits. They develop without fertilization. Yes, correct. They are seedless. Of course. They can be produced through the application of growth hormones. Correct. Both. All of the above. A, B, C are correct. Alluran layer has same ploidy as that of alluran layer. It is a product of triple fusion. Hence, its ploidy is the same to that of primary endosperm nucleus, triploid. Pericarp, scutellum, coleoptile, these all are diploid. Yes, apomixis and polyembryony. Apomixis is the production of a sexual seed. Apomixis is the process of formation of seeds without fertilization. What is the possible advantage if hybrids are made into apomictic? If hybrid seeds are made into apomictic, absence of segregation of characters in hybrid progeny, farmers can keep on using hybrid seeds to raise new crops for many years. Fourth, second and third of both are correct. Next, which of the following type of embryos are apomictic? Nucellar and integumentary embryos are apomictic. They are developed from maternal sporophytic tissue. Fourth option. Next, the phenomenon observed in some plants wherein parts of sexual apparatus is used for forming embryos without fertilization called again apomixis. Next, read the given statement. Statement 1. Hybrid seeds have to be produced every year because seeds collected from hybrid plants, if sown subsequently, do not maintain hybrid character. Yes, that is correct. Second statement. Seeds shows segregation of traits. Yes, first and second both are true. The process of producing seed without fertilization is called apomixis. As I told, parthenocarpy, development of fruit without fertilization. Polyembryony, occurrence of more than one embryo within embryo sac. Parthenogenesis, development of individual without fertilization in animals. Next, read the given statement. Statement A. Apomixis is a form of sexual reproduction that mimic sexual reproduction. Yes, this is correct. Apomixis is common in many varieties of citrus and mango. Both are correct statement. Next, match the column. Apomixis, seed formation without fertilization. Polyembryony, occurrence of more than one embryo. Parthenocarpy, seedless fruits. First option. Next, polyembryony is occurrence of more than one embryo in an embryo sac or in a seed. That is a second option. Cultivation of hybrids has a tremendously increased productivity. The advantage of hybrid seed is hybrid seeds have to be produced every year. Disadvantage, sorry. Hybrid seeds have to be produced every year. Production of hybrid seeds is costly. If the seeds collected from hybrids are sown, the plants in the progeny will segregate and do not maintain hybrid character. For all of the above. Last question. Read the following statements and choose incorrect option. Apomixis is a form of sexual reproduction that mimics sexual character. Seeds are product of a sexual reproduction. Incorrect. Yes, second one is incorrect. Apomictic have several advantages in horticulture, agriculture. Correct option. So for this incorrect, second option is right answer.